Hey, what is good, you guys? Welcome back. This is day 3 in Observability Zero to Hero, and we're going to look at service level indicator, service level objective, and service level agreement. So, in day 1 and day 2, we looked at monitoring versus observability, but in day 2, we looked at the metrics, logs, and traces. So, we are capturing metrics, logs, and traces nicely, but what do we do with it? So the thing which they're used to is to assure our customers that our systems are healthy, and we have to provide numbers against those. To give you examples, so here, okay, two examples. One is quick commerce apps. In India, and I'm pretty sure they're elsewhere as well, we have quick commerce apps where they assure us 10-minute delivery. Okay, so if you order from us, we will deliver it within 10 minutes. It is honored, not honored, but 10-15 minutes we get the delivery. So this, they're telling us that if you take the service from us, that service would be fulfilled within 10 minutes. So that is the service level agreement which they are offering. Okay, so that is a service level agreement. So service level agreement is binding, and if it is not met, there are consequences in most cases. Obviously, in the quick commerce app, if they don't come in 10 minutes, it's not like we are going to cancel our order or they're going to give us refunds and stuff like that. But consider another example, okay, where there were potential consequences. Domino's. When Domino's first launched in India, they had something called as 30-minute delivery. So order a pizza from us, we will deliver it within 30 minutes. So their SLA was 30 minutes. That was their SLA. If the SLA of 30 minutes is not met, the pizza is free. So this is the binding and consequences. So 30-minute delivery is binding. If it is not met, the pizza would be free for the customer. So this is a real world analogy. But obviously, so that is about SLA. Now, what does service level objective mean? This one. Okay. So I hope SLA was clear. So what does SLO mean? Now, continuing with our Domino's pizza example, to deliver it within 30 minutes. Okay. So to deliver a pizza within 30 minutes, the company has to, one, prepare pizza. Okay. Second, pack pizza. And third is deliver pizza. So all these three actions have to happen within 30 minutes. Okay, so all these three have to happen within 30 minutes. That means in order to ensure delivery within 30 minutes, the preparation, the packing, and the time taken to delivery, that has to happen in less than 30 minutes. Okay, otherwise if we take 40 minutes to bake the pizza, and we are never going to deliver it within 30 minutes, or if the preparation, packing, and delivery total take 32 minutes, I mean, we're missing the SLA. So the service level objective is an internal metric or an internal goal, not a metric but internal goal. So SLO, internal goal. To achieve SLA, we have to have an SLO. So if we say 30-minute pizza delivery, the preparation, dispatch, and delivery has to happen before that. Okay, so that is SLO. Now SLI. So what is a service level indicator? So service level indicator is something which we can measure. So delivery is an indicator. Delivery time. So in case of pizza example, delivery time is an indicator, or simply time. Time is an indicator. So something which we can measure is the indicator. Okay. So I hope the three terms are clear. So SLI is service level indicator, and that is something which is measurable. Service level agreement is something which we offer to the end customers, that is our services can be availed within this particular time, and that is a binding agreement, this one. And service level objective is something which we achieve to meet internally so that the SLA can be fulfilled. Okay, so bringing it all together, pizza time is SLA, 30-minute time is the SLI, sorry, not the SLO, SLA. 30-minute is the SLA, and to meet the 30 minutes, pizza less than 30 minutes. Let me just write this again. Okay, so if we take the pizza as an example, then delivery time 30 minutes and less than 30 minutes. So this is your SLI. This is your SLA, and this is your SLO. So SLI is metric, measurable. SLA offered to customer, and SLO internal objective, which helps meet SLA. So if your SLO is great, SLO always has to be lower than your SLA. If your SLO is higher, there is no point. You have to revisit your SLA. So all popular services. Now you may ask, what is an what are examples of SLI and N? So SLI could be anything. It could be latency. It could be availability. It could be uptime, and anything which you can measure is SLI. SLO or SLA based on latency would be our APIs respond in less than 1 millisecond. So, or our availability is 99.99%. That is SLA. And to meet this 1 millisecond, then the SLO should be less than 0.8 milliseconds. So internally if we strive to meet 0.8, then only we can commit for 1 milliseconds. So internally we have tested and we are confident that our API returns a response within 0.8 milliseconds. Then only we can tell customers that okay, 1 millisecond. So we take some buffer and we give them the SLA. Similarly, if we give 99.99, internally we should be confident that we have 100% availability, so that our services is 100% available. So that is how these terms are. Now the SLIs, so one important thing to keep in mind is these terms SLI, SLO and SLA. They're calculated for one services or journey flows. So there are two ways or two aspects where these are configured. Okay. So for example, consider Azure, any Azure service. So maybe Azure VM. Okay. So Azure VM is a service which is offered by Azure, and that service has an SLI. So the SLI could be the VM uptime. It could be the CPU. Let's talk take the the Azure VM uptime. So that is at individual service level. The SLO, SLA, and SLA are at individual service level. But in complicated distributed systems, you could have, say, user, then login, then backend, then you could have third party, and then you could have TP. So this is a journey flow, right? This is a journey flow. So at each point, you could offer the SLO, SLA, the SLA at the journey flow level as well. So you have to discuss with the teams that do we have critical journey flows and what are the journey flows, because you do not have control over this third party, right? So if you tell that this particular user that our SLA is 1 millisecond, then you have to ensure that this third party also returns response in less than 1 millisecond. So if this third party has an SLA which is more than 1 second, then this journey flow cannot have a one millisecond SLA. So you have to calculate the SLO and the SLA at service level and the journey flow level. So this is important. Okay, this is a concept you should have in mind. Okay. That is about SLI, SLO, and SLA. These are very important terms. If you're doing observability, you should be in a position to tell what your SLA would be based on the data. You cannot just commit, or you cannot just come up with a random number. You have to look at your logs, metrics, and traces. Based on that, you have to plot the data and tell historically, say that okay, our APIs are returning response within 1 millisecond, or our services are up 99% of the time. Based on those, you have to commit. And to commit that SLA, you have to have internal objectives. That is the SLO, and what we are measuring is the SLI. So hope these three terms are clear, and if there are any doubts in these three terms, do comment and I will try to clarify the doubts as well.